prayer this morning by James Janeway is introduced with this verse and reflection from Tim Chester. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and you say, "Here is a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners." Tim Chester remarks, in this verse, Jesus is repeating the accusations of the religious leaders. As far as they're concerned, it is an insult to be called a friend of sinners. It carries the taint of guilty by association. But Jesus glories in this title. Indeed, the next thing that happens in Luke's Gospel is that Jesus welcomes a notoriously sinful woman. So much for guilt by association. Jesus embraces it. Ultimately, Jesus took our guilt entirely on himself as he died in our place on the cross. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Here is the true friend of sinners, and his cross is the ultimate act of friendship. Today, the Puritan James Janeway pleads with us to make Jesus our friend. Every way you look at Jesus, he makes a great friend. So perhaps this is not so much a prayer to God, but a pleading to us. Let's listen to what James Janeway has to say. If kindness and love are what you seek, there is no one as sweet or generous as Jesus. If comfort and pleasure are what you desire, there is no one, when the soul is surrounded with the multitude of perplexities, who can so much delight, refresh, and raise it. If power and majesty, with the ability to defend from injuries and revenge wrongs, signify anything to poor fragile creatures, there is no one yet who has ever overcome Jesus. For whoever contended with God and prospered, if vigour and care in all our affairs can entice the helpless sinner, there is no one who will take more care of us and do more for us than Jesus. If freedom of access, despite the infinite distance between us, signify anything that might commend a friend, there is no better welcome for a poor beggar than at the house of this mighty prince. If faithfulness in the greatest difficulties raises the esteem of a friend, no one has ever trusted Jesus and been let down. Are riches and wealth worth having? There is no one who can give a kingdom as a token of love and give everlasting glory and heaven except Jesus. Do pity in misery, sympathy in suffering, compassion in distress, endear and commend a friend. There is no one more tender-hearted than Jesus. Are honours and promotions such great things? Jesus will make his chosen people kings and priests, sitting them on thrones and commending them before the whole world. Is suitability a consideration to make this match? There is no one better suited to satisfy our desires than the Infinite One. Do poor simple creatures who have undone themselves by the folly of their indiscretion need a wise counsellor to untangle their intricacies? There is no one among the profound politicians and grave sages of the world to be compared to Jesus. Does a dying man with a never-dying soul that is to pass into an eternal state lack a never-dying and immortal friend? There is no one else who can stand by him, for God alone is immortal. Are not friends sometimes furthest away when one has most need of them? Then Jesus is a friend to be highly prized, since he will never be absent. For does not God fill heaven and earth? What do you think of such a soul friend? Is not such a one worth seeking? One who will ensure your soul reaches its destination? There is no one who ever did more for souls than Christ. Would it not be true prudence to make sure of such a friend we must have for our friend, or else we will be miserable forever?
Who is there like you?
Who is there like you? And who else would give their life for me, even suffering in my place? And who could repay you? All of creation looks to you, and you provide for all you have made. So I'm lifting up my hands, lifting up my voice, lifting up your name. In your grace I rest, for your love has come to me and set me free. And I'm trusting in your word, trusting in your cross, trusting in your blood, and all your faithfulness, for your power and work in me is changing me.
Who is there like you?